Once Fatty arrived, Tang-san directly stated that Fatty was the only single person in the team. He would definitely find a way to keep his cousin calm and have Fatty work hard to escape singlehood, promising to help him out when the time came. Good, good, good. As expected of Tang-san, your double-faced act is truly mastered to perfection. 1 second, he promised Bai Chenqiang that he would help her and respect her wishes. And the next second, he is going to help Ma Hongjun, helping this pig ruin his own family's fine cabbage. Hey, Tang-san, in the end, Ma Hongjun is only your comrade in arms. But Bai Chenqiang is your actual, real-life cousin. You are related by blood. To put it bluntly, she is your sister. Your sister is so beautiful, yet you introduce her to Ma Hongjun and even want to help him win her over. Xiaowu is also your sister, so why don't you help Ma Hongjun win over your Xiaowu instead? Chapter 109, Collectively Isolating Bai Chenqiang. Tang-san doesn't care if she lives or dies. Bai Chenqiang's despair. Sometimes, this makes it impossible for me to understand whose side Tang-san is actually on. Old Jack treated you so well, yet you completely ignored him. Tang Hao treated you like that, yet you licked his boots relentlessly. Although Yu Xiaoting was useless, he still cared for you with all his heart, yet you only gave him a spiritual plant. Those teammates didn't have much of a relationship with you, but you gave them immortal herbs instead. Now, Bai Chenqiang is your younger sister, a cousin related by blood, and you don't help her. A disgusting whoremonger like Ma Hongjun is just your friend, yet you help him. Do you even care about this so-called family bond at all? What, if they are useful to you and you think their strength is decent, you invest in them and curry favor. But for those who are useless to you, no matter how close your relationship is, you still don't care whether they live or die. How are you any different from Bai He? You both use your own relatives to curry favor with others. Perhaps Tang-san has always been like this. Back when he couldn't beat Dai Mubai, he called him, Boss Dai, with every breath. Later, when his strength grew, he switched to calling him, Mubai. Those in the know would think you're being close. Those who don't would think you look down on Dai Mubai now that you're powerful. But I still believe the latter. In the early stage, I was meek and subservient, in the late stage, I strike hard. I can only say that Tang-san's disgusting nature can be seen everywhere. When it comes to how he treats those around him, Tang-san really fails miserably. Seeing this, no one expected that the topic would eventually wind its way back to Tang-san. But thinking about it carefully, there was indeed nothing wrong with that. With how Tang-san was, whatever he did seemed quite normal. Calm and composed sigh, this guy Tang-san, there are really no words for him. Du Guyan, what do you mean there's nothing to say? Double-dealing, ungrateful, despicable character, hypocritical and cunning, isn't there a whole heap of things to say about him? Du Guyan and this guy actually pushed his own cousin toward Ma Hongjun. Tisk tisk, that's even more disgusting. Bing Bing is polite. I think the most speechless part is that even if he wanted Ma Hongjun to get his hands on his cousin, there was no need to deceive Bai Chenqiang. Hot girl, exactly. If you had just made your stance clear and supported Ma Hongjun, Bai Chenqiang wouldn't have trusted you, and she wouldn't have been deceived by you later. Bibi Dong, if Tang-san didn't deceive Bai Chenqiang, would she stay by his side with peace of mind? If she didn't stay, how could he create opportunities for Ma Hongjun? Bibi Dong, a man's thoughts are always the most disgusting and straightforward. The only princess back then, I was also influenced by Tang-san, which is why. Love eating carrots, Tang-san, how can you lie to people time and time again? Every time I think your problems are limited to just those, a new issue pops up. Love eating carrots, I used to like you too, but as time went on, you only made me disappointed again and again. More and more disappointed. Needle-tailed Swift anyway, I don't care anymore. I will definitely kill this Tang-san. Needle-tailed Swift, even Jesus can't save him, I said it. Bibi Dong, there are plenty of people who want to kill Tang-san. Little girl, work hard, and when the time comes, I'll let you have one of his fingers. Ha 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 ha. I am an orphan, I want to kill him too anyway. Once Tang-san is dead, Spirit Hall will be secure. Charming Fox, yes, I want to kill Tang-san too. One female character after another came forward to state their stance. They absolutely could not show the slightest mercy to a little beast like Tang-san. As long as he was still alive, the entire Duluo continent would be plagued by its greatest scourge. This group of people also posted comments while watching the light screen. The harsh critique of Bai Chenqiang shouldn't be over yet, right? ... In the light screen. The harsh critique continued. Tang-san's disgusting nature is constantly repeating itself. Speaking of this, I'm already tired of talking about it. Back to the main topic, Bai Chenqiang followed Tang-san and the others, only to be isolated time and time again. This was also how Bai Chenqiang was eventually manipulated, ultimately becoming Ma Hongjun's tool. First of all, before formally going to Sea God Island, Sword Duluo Chenshin cooperated with the Shrek 7 Devils to train. Bai Chenqiang originally wanted to help and join in here, but Yu Xiaogang directly stopped her and wouldn't let her join. Yu Xiaogang directly made his stance clear to her, saying she couldn't participate. The implied meaning was that Bai Chenqiang's strength wasn't enough, and she wasn't part of their inner circle yet, so she couldn't join the sparring. At this, Bai Chenqiang naturally felt somewhat uncomfortable. If you motherfucker won't let me participate in the sparring, why did you call me over? Just to have me stand on the sidelines, watching the Shrek 7 devils show off, and then crushing my spirit. Then you might as well not have told me about this in the first place. To put it bluntly, didn't you just want me to serve as a foil for them? Fine, some people will definitely say about this, oh, not letting you participate in the sparring is for your own good. What if you went up there and got crippled? Fine, let's explain it that way then. Then, on the way to Sea God Island, Dai Mubai and Zhu Zuqing were together, Oscar and Ning Rongrong were together, and Tang San and Xiao Wu were together. Originally, the space inside the carriage was fairly normal, but Xiao Wu was lying half reclined in the carriage, squeezing the available space. Bai Chenqiang already disliked Ma Hongjun, but then Ma Hongjun fell asleep and kept leaning toward her. It was Bai Chenqiang's first time traveling far from home, so she was already feeling uncomfortable. On top of that, she had to deal with Ma Hongjun trying to grope her. What's wrong with her losing her temper a bit? What's wrong with Bai Chenqiang looking at Ma Hongjun with disgust? Is there a problem with that? You pig-brained fools don't even think about it, who wouldn't look at Ma Hongjun with disgust? In the end, Ma Hongjun lost his temper, completely ignored Bai Chenqiang, and even said he wouldn't pursue her anymore. As soon as Ma Hongjun lost his temper, the Shrek 7 devils immediately sat together, leaving Bai Chenqiang sitting all by herself on the other side. If this isn't isolation, what is? Especially that beast Dai Mubai, seeing that Ma Hongjun was unhappy, he actually wanted to lecture Bai Chenqiang. What he was thinking in his mind was to give Bai Chenqiang a piece of his mind and ask, what kind of thing do you think you are? If Fatty hadn't taken a fancy to you, you wouldn't even be qualified to come with us. But Dai Mubai was stopped by Zhu Zuqing. Otherwise, if Dai Mubai had actually said those words, could Bai Chenqiang have taken it? She had never left home since she was a child, and you all repeatedly claimed you would take care of her. What was the result? The result was that for Ma Hongjun's sake, you directly isolated this newcomer. So this is why people always say not to force yourself into someone else's small group. That feeling of being isolated is just too painful. Seeing this, Tang San didn't care at all either. Is she my cousin? Does that matter? Oh, just because you're my cousin, you have the right to dislike that whoremonger Ma Hongjun. Do you understand that Ma Hongjun is my brother? So what if my boy Ma Hongjun is a whoremonger, a creep, and has terrible character? So what if you're my cousin? Isn't it just being slightly isolated and slightly bullied by a whoremonger like Ma Hongjun? You can't even take this. How are you going to be Ma Hongjun's wife in the future, and how will you endure Ma Hongjun's bullying day and night? Who knows if Tang San, seeing Bai Chenqiang being disobedient, thought in his heart that even his own cousin had a way to bring about her own death. Chapter 110, more impressive than innate full spirit power. Yet only a yellow grade 1 trial. Seeing this, many people had naturally adopted Bai Chenqiang's perspective. Especially the girls, who were inherently most sensitive to words like isolation. As the saying goes, 3 girls can form 6 different cliques, which shows just how much damage such isolation can cause to girls. Upon seeing this, the female characters immediately began cursing Tang San. Du Guyan, this is total bullshit. Is this even a normal person? Du Guyan, and he calls himself a cousin. Does a beast like Tang San even have the qualifications to be anyone's cousin? Du Guyan, not only did he hand his own cousin over to a pig, but he even joined in on the isolation and didn't care at all about his cousin's situation. Bing Bing is polite. I don't know how you all feel, but whenever I see Bai Chenqiang being isolated, I think of my own childhood, where I experienced similar situations. Bing Bing is polite. If a person ends up in such an environment, how can they live? How can they endure it? Hot girl, I still can't understand what kind of people could possibly hang out with this Tang San. Hot girl, could it be that you really have to be a beastly scoundrel to get along well with him? Is it impossible for a slightly normal spirit master to befriend him? Calm and composed sigh, how can they be so evil? Has anyone noticed that your Dai Mubai is still trying to cause trouble for Bai Chenqiang? Calm and composed, is Zhu Zuqing sick in the head too? It's obvious that Dai Mubai wants to bully others, and she just stops him from cursing, yet she's still willing to stay with such a man. Meow meow meow, stop cursing, stop cursing. Dai Mubai, a beast like this should be treated just like Ma Hongjun, hacked to pieces, then chopped into 700 or 800 bits. Charming fox, it's good to see how disgusting this Tang San is now. This is for real, it helps avoid disaster in advance. The female characters were all filled with righteous indignation. Although they were not Bai Chenqiang, they could not suppress the anger in their hearts once they imagined such things. Such a Tang San deserves a miserable death. Speed Clan, the anger in Bai Chenqiang's heart had been ignited to an unbearable level. Especially when looking at what was said on the light screen. Dai Mubai, you still dare to cause me trouble. Just because I didn't give that Ma Hongjun of yours any face. Just because I wouldn't be his wife. As a result, I have to endure such isolation and such bullying from you all. And that's not even mentioning that beast Tang San. No matter what, I am your cousin, yet you just watch me get bullied by them and do absolutely nothing. I said it, Tang San, I will definitely kill you. And that Dai Mubai, that Ma Hongjun, I, Bai Chenqiang, swear here that I will definitely slaughter you all. If I can't do it, I, Bai Chenqiang, will never find a man in my entire life. Or, whoever helps me kill these beasts, I, Bai Chenqiang, will be their wife. From now on, these 3 Shrek men are my, Bai Chenqiang's, mortal enemies for the rest of my life. Only after such an angry vent did Bai Chenqiang feel slightly better, though her whole demeanor made it hard for anyone to approach her. However, although she was angered to death, at least through this light screen, she could avoid many things. After venting, Bai Chenqiang continued to watch the light screen to see what other problems she had. In the light screen, Bai Chenqiang being isolated is obvious, though of course Ma Hongjun continued to fawn over Bai Chenqiang later. And Bai Chenqiang's pity lies in this. Her talent is clearly not bad, and she is worthy of many men. But just like Ning Rongrong, Zhu Zuqing, and the others before, in such an environment, one will be greatly affected. Everyone is bad to you, everyone is isolating you, and then only that Ma Hongjun is good to you and cares about you. In this situation, how could it not make Ma Hongjun appear to be a normal person, as if Ma Hongjun is really infatuated with you? This is the cleverness of small group control. The others force you to like Ma Hongjun, to like the person they have chosen for you. It's very simple. Everyone else is bullying you, what else can you do? Not to mention, after arriving at Sea God Island, it's more like Bai Chenqiang is being toyed with by the Sea God. The trials of the others are all things like black grade trials, red grade trials, or the divine rank 9 trials. And the result, only Bai Chenqiang gets a yellow grade 1 trial, not even reaching the purple grade. Some people say, oh, isn't this because Bai Chenqiang's own talent isn't strong enough? Do you have to blame others for this too? Hehe, it seems some people don't know enough about Duluo. As everyone knows, Feng Xiaodian is an attack system spirit master with a mutated spirit and innate full spirit power, truly a representative genius among commoners. When Feng Xiaodian participated in the Continental Advanced Spirit Master League tournament, he was 24 years old and only at the 40-something rank. Innate full spirit power has been proven countless times to be the highest cultivate talent for a spirit master. Regardless of spirit strength, that's a matter of combat power performance. And when Bai Chenqiang appeared, she was 18 years old and also at the 40-something rank, 6 years younger than Feng Xiaodian. Objectively speaking, such talent can already be considered top tier in the Duluo continent, right? If you don't compare her to the monsters of the Shrek 7 Devils, she is already considered very strong. Even if Feng Xiaodian's comprehension ability is superb and his actual combat power far exceeds Bai Chenqiang's, the cultivate speed cannot be faked, right? In this aspect, inferior is inferior. And the levels of the God trial are white, yellow, purple, black, red, and divine rank 9 trials. Of the 6 levels, the yellow grade trial is the second to last, and the purple, black, and red grades above it are further divided into multiple levels. With such talent, can Bai Chenqiang only be considered at the second to last level in the Duluo continent? Not even reaching purple. Then Seahorse Duluo was initially a black grade 4 trial, very good, very good. Seahorse Duluo is only at the level of around rank 92. I don't know if he has innate full spirit power, but his spirit is just a seahorse. You tell me, where is a seahorse stronger or better than a spirit like the needle-tailed swift, which focuses on speed? In terms of cultivate talent, Bai Chenqiang is even stronger and faster than the innate full spirit power Feng Xiaodian. In terms of spirit, the needle-tailed swift is far superior to a seahorse. The original work clearly states that Seahorse Duluo's spirit is just a seahorse. There is no prefix or suffix, it is just a seahorse. An ordinary seahorse. He can get a black grade 4 trial. You tell me, Bai Chenqiang drops 2 whole major levels and can only get a yellow grade 1 trial. Are you sure this is a normal evaluation standard? Are you sure this isn't the Sea God also helping to isolate Bai Chenqiang? Of course, what kind of trial these people eventually get mainly depends on the will of the Sea God. Perhaps your potential isn't bad and your strength isn't bad, but it's useless. If the Sea God doesn't like you, it's already considered not bad that he didn't give you a white grade 1 trial. But in this trial segment, anyone can see that something is wrong, and they can see the targeting of Bai Chenqiang. Chapter 111, The Trial of Kissing Ma Hongjun. It's not targeting, it's humiliation. This detail is actually overlooked by many people in the original work. Many people see the yellow grade 1 trial and immediately say Bai Chenqiang is too trashy, that she is trashy to this degree. But anyone with a slight understanding of the original work would feel there is a problem here. Bai Chenqiang may not have consumed an immortal herb, and her strength might be lacking, but it definitely would not be this bad, to only have the second to lowest trial rank. All the female characters watching this could not help but feel unbearable. Du Guyan, damn it, isn't this bullying people too much? I feel like this Sea God is trying to lick Tang San's boots, right? Seeing that Tang San does not like this cousin, so he only gives her a yellow grade 1 trial. Du Guyan, no matter what, Bai Chenqiang's spirit is not top tier, but it is still excellent. Her talent for cultivate is even more exaggerated. Du Guyan, and this can only be considered a yellow grade 1 trial. Who says there is no problem? Bing Bing is polite, the point is not this. If we insist that the Sea God's requirements for spirit master trials are strict, that would be fine. Bing Bing is polite, what about this Seahorse Duluo? His spirit is average, and even if he has innate full spirit power, he might not be able to surpass Bai Chenqiang in the future, right? Bing Bing is polite, as a result, Seahorse Duluo gets a black grade 4 trial. That is a full 7 ranks difference from the yellow grade 1 trial. Bing Bing is polite. I am saying the difference in talent, potential, and strength level between the seahorse Duluo and Bai Chenqiang is 7 ranks. Do you guys believe that? Hot girl, I also feel it must be because of the sea god. Hot girl, does this sea god not often interfere in the affairs of the lower realm and often help Tang San? It is possible that the sea god had long observed Tang San through the vast sea cosmic shroud. Hot girl, then, discovering from the vast sea cosmic shroud that Tang San did not like this cousin, he only gave her a yellow grade 1 trial rank. BB Dong, let me say this objectively. Reaching over rank 40 at 18 years old is already considered very good talent. With this kind of talent, she is fully qualified to become a titled Duluo. BB Dong, of course, achieving titled Duluo does not just depend on the speed of cultivate, it also depends on luck, spirit ring allocation, etc. But Bai Chenqiang could at least become a top-tier agility attack system spirit Duluo. BB Dong, with this potential, I dare say it is considered excellent throughout the entire Duluo continent, and it is absolutely impossible for it to be only second to last. Most loyal believer of the Sea God, I am from Sea God Island, so I will speak on this point as well. Most loyal believer of the Sea God being over rank 40 at 18, I think it was mentioned before, whether it was 44 or 45. This kind of talent is also very excellent on Sea God Island. Most loyal believer of the Sea God, however, all God trials depend on the will of the Sea God. It does not mean that if you have talent, you will definitely get a top-tier God trial. Most loyal believer of the Sea God, I think the people before are right. The only possibility is that the Sea God observed that Tang San did not like Bai Chenqiang, so he only gave her a yellow grade 1 trial. Most loyal believer of the Sea God, other than this, I cannot think of any other reason. The only princess, so, in other words, Bai Chenqiang went over just to be a foil. This is too pitiful. Meow meow meow, is there a possibility that the Sea God just values the spirit more, thinks Bai Chenqiang's spirit is not good, and is not trying to target her? Most loyal believer of the Sea God, the seahorse Duluo's spirit is really just a seahorse. Meow meow meow, alright, I have nothing to say. However, after Zhu Zuqing said this, it did indeed make some people start to ponder and doubt. Is this Sea God really mocking Bai Chenqiang? Is Bai Chenqiang's talent really that weak, or is it that the Sea God simply dislikes her? Even Bai Chenqiang herself was doubting, unable to figure out this problem, and could only continue to watch the light screen. In the light screen. Coincidentally, the next moment was the time to reveal the answer. At this point, some people might say, what right do you have to say the Sea God is targeting Bai Chenqiang? Does such a noble existence as the Sea God need to target a small spirit master? Here I will present the evidence. After Bai Chenqiang accepted the God trial, what was the specific task of Bai Chenqiang's yellow grade 1 trial? The specific task was to find Ma Hongjun and kiss Ma Hongjun for the time it takes for an incense stick to burn. Let me ask, what kind of bullshit trial is this? What does this have to do with testing? What does this have to do with growth? Ah, making Bai Chenqiang kiss Ma Hongjun for an incense stick's time. Isn't this just wanting to pair Bai Chenqiang with Ma Hongjun and make her Ma Hongjun's wife? Apart from this, what other use is there? Those who want to whitewash Tang San and the Sea God, point out to me what use this trial has for Bai Chenqiang. As a result, Bai Chenqiang had no choice but to really kiss Ma Hongjun for an incense stick's time, which made Ma Hongjun feel so satisfied. Just kidding, Ma Hongjun has kissed countless women in brothels over the years, he has no feeling at all. Just like that, before Tang San and Xiao Wu even started to see what their God trials were, Bai Chenqiang's nonsensical God trial was already finished. Excellent, and you still say the Sea God is not targeting Bai Chenqiang. Bai Chenqiang's talent only gets a yellow grade 1 trial, and the only trial is to kiss Ma Hongjun. If this is not targeting, no reason can explain these problems, it is logically inconsistent. The only normal logic is what I guessed. The Sea God has been observing Tang San and the others through the vast sea cosmic shroud, and he just wants to act according to Tang San's wishes. He knows Tang San looks down on his cousin and wants to give his cousin to Ma Hongjun, so he helps Tang San. On one hand, using the yellow grade 1 trial to suppress Bai Chenqiang, and on the other hand, using the kissing task to make Bai Chenqiang come into contact with Ma Hongjun. Adding that the Sea God helped Tang San deal with Qian Runshui and the others time and time again, and the Deep Sea Demon Whale King did not submit to him, so he wanted Tang San to kill the Deep Sea Demon Whale King. These things, one by one, are proving that this Sea God is not a good thing either. No wonder the Sea God took a fancy to Tang San. In the end, they are birds of a feather. Bai Chenqiang, if you have the chance to know the reality, I still advise you to escape from your original family quickly and walk around Tang San and the others in the future. You cannot beat them. Speaking of this, Song Yi could only sigh with emotion. And the people who were sharply commenting while watching the light screen, seeing that the final God trial was actually letting Bai Chenqiang kiss Ma Hongjun for an incense stick's time. These people also realized, if this is not humiliation, what is? Previously, there were people like Zhu Zuqing who doubted that Bai Chenqiang's talent was simply too poor and the Sea God was not targeting anyone. Now that they see it, no one will believe it if anyone says the Sea God was not targeting Bai Chenqiang. Chapter 112, 5 years of God trials, nothing. God bestowed spirit ring not given to cousin. Tang San's family affection. Meow meow meow, I completely retract my previous foolish speculation. Meow meow meow, if this isn't targeting Bai Chenqiang, then I'd rather blow my brains out. Du Guyan, no, is this for real? I thought giving a yellow grade 1 trial to target Bai Chenqiang was already obvious enough. Du Guyan, but then you come up with a kiss for the duration of an incense stick, just to make Bai Chenqiang Ma Hongjun's wife. Bibi Dong, at most loyal believer of the sea god, look at the messed up things your sea god has done. Bibi Dong, truly disgusting divinities. Not a single one of them does anything proper. I am an orphan, that's right, the sea god and Asura god have intervened in the lower realms disputes time and again, and your Rakshasa god also wants to interfere with the Asura god's legacy. I am an orphan in the end, only the angel god doesn't have so many trivial matters. The angel god achieved divinity by eradicating the fallen. I am an orphan, only the angel god is qualified to win the final victory and will care for and protect this world. Bing Bing is polite looking at it this way, I really do believe in the angel god. Compared like this, only the angel god seems normal. Bing Bing is polite making someone kiss a fat pig, is this really a god trial? This sea god, I think he's truly sick in the head and not a good person. Most loyal believer of the sea god, alas, Lord Sea God, why must you target such a small girl? Most loyal believer of the sea god, could it be that my revered Lord Sea God is actually such a bully? No, Lord Sea God. Hot girl, if only these 4 gods didn't exist, that would be great. ... Speed Clan. Seeing this, Bai Chenqiang imagined having to kiss a dead fat pig like Ma Hongjun in the future. And having to endure for a full incense stick's time. Just thinking about this situation made Bai Chenqiang involuntarily want to vomit. Ah! How can this be? This is simply an insult to me. No, I can't vomit in my room, I have to go outside to vomit. This kind of thing is even more disgusting than eating shit. I refuse, I absolutely refuse. Bai Chenqiang endured the pain in her heart and ran out to throw up the dinner she had eaten. After she finished vomiting, Bai Chenqiang gritted her teeth and said, Damn sea god, how dare you bully me like this? You are also a beast, you just wait, I will definitely get revenge on you too. I don't believe it, isn't it just the sea god? I will definitely find a way to deal with you, and someone to deal with you. Ma Hongjun, sea god, all you beasts must die. She wasn't unaware that she would be bullied, but she never expected even an otherworldly existence like the sea god to bully her, it was completely unreasonable. As for how to deal with the sea god in the future, Bai Chenqiang remembered what Du Guyan said, that she seemed to have found a man who could even kill Tang San and Bibi Dong. If that's the case, wouldn't there be a chance to deal with the sea god? Bai Chenqiang muttered to herself, good, then I'll go find the Du Guyan. I don't believe that there's no one in this world who can deal with you. After speaking, Bai Chenqiang continued to vomit. Ma Hongjun, that disgusting thing, even touching him would require 10 baths, let alone kissing him. At the same time, the sharp comments in the light screen were far from over. But reaching this point, the sharp comments about Bai Chenqiang were almost done. In the light screen. Bai Chenqiang on Sea God Island had one of the hardest times, constantly being pushed towards that beast Ma Hongjun by others. What was the result? What else could Bai Chenqiang do but slowly get pu'ad, except Ma Hongjun's pursuit, and become the dead fatty's woman? Of course, part of it was Bai Chenqiang demeaning herself. After seeing Ma Hongjun lose weight, Bai Chenqiang was willing to accept him. And during the long time Bai Chenqiang was accompanying them, the sea god temporarily raised Bai Chenqiang's god trial to purple grade assessment. Here, it's clear that the intention was to first torment Bai Chenqiang, and then give her some benefits. With Bai Chenqiang's talent, she could have started with a purple grade assessment from the beginning. It's likely that the sea god did this for Tang San, to help Tang San bring Ma Hongjun and Bai Chenqiang together. It's also possible that the sea god found Bai Chenqiang to be quite helpful to Tang San and had been assisting Tang San, so he elevated her god trial. Regardless of the reason, it's clear that the sea god gave Bai Chenqiang opportunities all for Tang San's sake. This also confirms that the sea god determined the god trials based on Tang San's relationships with everyone. The previous yellow grade 1 trial was likely because Bai Chenqiang's connections weren't strong enough. Indeed, even high and mighty gods operate on connections and relationships, not purely on potential and strength. Bai Chenqiang later participated in the god trial with Tang San and others, and the god trial took about 4 to 5 years in total. Finally, Bai Chenqiang's strength also slightly increased, reaching level 55. In the process, she obtained a god-bestowed spirit ring, but not the kind that could grow infinitely like Tang San's. In the end, it was just a 10-level increase in spirit power over 5 years. From level 40-something to level 50-something in 5 years, an increase of 10 levels. Didn't Feng Xiaodian also grow by at least 10 levels? Bai Chenqiang's cultivation speed isn't worse than Feng Xiaodian's. Even without this god trial, she could have increased by 10 levels in 5 years, right? Even if Feng Xiaodian's innate full spirit power had a late-stage burst, Feng Xiaodian reached Spirit Emperor, while Bai Chenqiang only reached Spirit King. So, besides a god-bestowed spirit ring, and it's not even a growth-type god-bestowed spirit ring, at most the spirit ability is quite compatible. Couldn't her spirit Duluo grandfather find a compatible 10,000-year spirit ring for Bai Chenqiang outside? So Bai Chenqiang followed you for the god trial, and even helped you, Tang San, during the process. What did she actually gain? Without the god trial, Bai Chenqiang could have gotten these things anyway. And what's most infuriating is that Bai Chenqiang has always been helping you, Tang San, at least she was useful. Her grandfather even contributed the crystal blood dragon ginseng, and the entire Speed clan joined the Tang sect. They've done their utmost for you. Yet you, Tang San, later had an extra god-bestowed spirit ring that you could have saved, but you didn't give it to Bai Chenqiang, instead giving it to Jishang. And you want Jishang to work hard in the future, relying on this for his 9th ring, to absorb 100,000-year level. Alright, Jishang, he accidentally saved you once. This rescue, in reality, even if he hadn't saved you, you could have healed yourself. Yet you gave him the mysterious heaven treasure record, the 10,000-year ginseng king, and the god-bestowed spirit ring. On Bai Chenqiang's side, her entire family was handed over to you, and she's your cousin, yet you're unwilling to give her this god-bestowed spirit ring. Tang San, oh Tang San, in the end, you still look down on the Speed clan and your cousin, don't you? Because they became your subordinates, you completely despise them now. Chapter 113, Reward. All 10,000-year spirit rings. 30,000-year whale glue. ... The Speed clan, Bai Chenqiang had just returned home. She looked at these sharp comments and felt somewhat indifferent. Bai Chenqiang simply collapsed into her quilt, muttering to herself. Whatever, let it be destroyed. Anyway, I won't go to this bullshit Sea God Island, and I won't cling to that trash Tang San anymore. In the end, why bother caring about all that? Is it really that important? Bai Chenqiang would be better off just lying obediently in bed, getting some good rest, and tomorrow stealing her grandfather's crystal blood dragon ginseng to give to Yang Wudi. Afterward, she would try to find this Du Guyan. As for who Du Guyan was, Bai Chenqiang had some ideas, but she still had to go to Heavendo City to verify it. She looked at the light screen, where female characters were also cursing. Du Guyan. So, Bai Chenqiang went to participate in the god trial, spent nearly 5 years, and only increased her strength by this much. Du Guyan, for a talented spirit master, is increasing 10 levels in 5 years really that impressive? Du Guyan, this Bai Chenqiang is only 23 years old after 5 years, which is about the same age as Feng Xiaodian, and she's already this much stronger than Feng Xiaodian. Du Guyan, at 23 years old, there is still talent. Usually, spirit masters start to slow down in cultivation around 30, you can continue to sprint when you are young. Hot girl, it follows that this god trial is useless, at least it's completely useless for Bai Chenqiang. Hot girl, and this is after absorbing a god-bestowed spirit ring, the 5th ring, which is a 10,000-year spirit ring. Hot girl, the spirit power boost brought by a 10,000-year spirit ring should at least let a spirit king level up by 1, right? That means she only leveled up 9 times in 5 years, making the god trial look even more useless. Bing Bing is polite at Needle-tailed Swift student Bai, I think you shouldn't go to this Sea God Island. It's truly useless. Needle-tailed Swift, I'm not going anymore. I'd rather cultivate hard on my own. Needle-tailed Swift, I don't covet Tang San's god-bestowed spirit ring either. If I work hard in the future, I will also become a titled Duluo. Bibi Dong, how laughable. Bai Chenqiang, your Speed clan has helped Tang San enough. Yet the god-bestowed spirit ring was given to that doctor, not you. Bibi Dong, ha ha ha, if you had obtained it, maybe you could have become a titled Duluo in the future and truly possessed a 100,000-year spirit ring. Bibi Dong, an agility attack system titled Duluo is very rare. If you could get a 100,000-year spirit ring, I would even try to recruit you. Charming Fox, it's just a pity that Tang San views Bai Chenqiang as a subordinate, just an appendage of his brother. Charming Fox, Bai Chenqiang, why not join our Spirit Hall? At least, Spirit Hall will give you more resources, allowing you to cultivate faster. Needle-tailed Swift, get lost. Tang San is no good, and neither are you. Needle-tailed Swift, at Du Guyan, you said before that your man can deal with Tang San and Bibi Dong, right? I want to support your man. I must kill Tang San. Du Guyan, sure, as long as you come to Heavendo City, I'll find you. However, that's not my man. What qualifications do I have to monopolize him? And just like that, the two of them started chatting. Many people became even more curious about the man Du Guyan mentioned. He was actually a formidable existence capable of dealing with Tang San and Bibi Dong, perhaps they could also try to recruit him. At worst, they could try to befriend this mysterious existence. Meanwhile, on the light screen, Bai Chenqiang's sharp commentary came to an end. Finally, Song Yi also added 2 lines of snarky commentary, concluding with Bai Chenqiang's sharp commentary finished. Everyone else in the comment section was having various discussions. ... In the hotel. Song Yi finished his sharp commentary, stretched, and said with some fatigue. Phew, I didn't expect there would be so many things to criticize about Bai Chenqiang. I didn't realize it before the commentary, but the more I think about it, the more I recall so many flaws. Perhaps as long as it involves Tang San, there are plenty of points to criticize. But it seems I've gone a bit off track. How did I end up criticizing Tang-san after starting with Bai Chenqiang? It's really because Tang-san is too disgusting, he always attracts me to scold him. Song Yi smiled bitterly, looking at the system light screen in front of him. Fortunately, the system's judgment of him wasn't too bad. The system displayed. Congratulations to the host for completing the sharp commentary task. This commentary was slightly off topic, but still sharp and ruthless. Reward obtained. All spirit rings age increased by 5,000 years. All spirit rings age increased by 5,000 years. Although it wasn't a perfectly perfect reward, it wasn't bad either. Song Yi took a deep breath, feeling his spirit rings, and they were indeed becoming more powerful. One more time, and all his spirit rings would directly become 10,000-year spirit rings. Song Yi guessed to himself, I have a feeling that after tomorrow's commentary and receiving the reward, all my spirit rings will reach the 10,000-year level. And tomorrow is the 10th sharp commentary. It seems I've already mentioned all the characters from the first part of Duluo continent that can be criticized. It seems that later on, it might involve character commentary from Duluo Dalui. In the plot of Duluo Dalui, there are quite a few points to criticize for each character, especially the brain-dead plot of the Cheng'an asking Love Valley. It will be especially satisfying to criticize. Song Yi summarized his thoughts, tried a simple change in his spirit rings outside, and then returned to the hotel to rest completely. The next day, Song Yi continued to Heavendo City, preparing to return to the 7 Treasure Glazed Tile School. As for Bai Chenqiang, she did indeed find the crystal blood dragon ginseng. After stealing it, she ignored everything else and sent it to the Breaking Clan. In the end, she knelt down to thank Yang Wudi on behalf of her grandfather, and Yang Wudi was deeply moved. Bai Chenqiang also warned Yang Wudi never to be deluded by Tang Hao and the others, otherwise the outcome would be miserable, and Yang Wudi took note of it. Bai Chenqiang then headed to Heavendo City, wanting to see if the man Du Guyan mentioned was really that powerful. As long as he could deal with Tang San and Bibi Dong, she was willing to pay any price. Song Yi, after flight acceleration, finally returned to the 7 Treasure Glazed Tile School. But unexpectedly, as soon as he returned, N.A.N and the others took the initiative to come forward to welcome Song Yi and inform him. At the gate of the 7 Treasure Glazed Tile School, N.A.N looked at Song Yi and explained with surprise, Song Yi, you're finally back. I couldn't find you all day yesterday, but I have already prepared that whale glue you wanted. I directly used the network and resources of the 7 Treasure Glazed Tile School to find the best whale glue currently available. It's a full 30,000-year-old whale glue. It should satisfy your needs, right? Chapter 114, Reviewing Tang Hao and N.A.N, the most disgusting couple. Upon hearing that there was 30,000-year-old whale glue, Song Yi couldn't help but feel a bit surprised. He quickly took the item from N.A.N's hand and discovered that it was actually a piece of whale glue the size of a human head. The peculiar scent emanating from it was extremely pungent, causing Song Yi to exclaim involuntarily. 10,000-year whale glue is already hard to find, yet you were actually able to find a piece that is over 30,000 years old. Good, very good. Young Miss Ning, this is a favor I, Song Yi, owe you. I will repay you in the future. Upon hearing this, N.A.N quickly teased, oh my, why talk about owing favors? We are friends, after all. Song Yi, are you going to consume it now? Song Yi looked at the whale glue, thought about it carefully, and then shook his head. Forget it, I don't have time right now, I have things to do tonight. I'll wait until tomorrow and spend the whole day absorbing it slowly. At the same time, there was one thing Song Yi didn't mention, whale glue carried strong side effects. In this era, whale glue was only used between men and women. After consuming whale glue, one would experience intense desire and reactions. If he were to consume the whale glue tomorrow, he would likely need to ask Du Guyan for help. Otherwise, if that intense desire couldn't be vented, who knows what kind of trouble might arise. This was also a helpless move. One could only blame the twisted sense of humor of that young master from the Tang clan for designing such an item that increased cultivation and physical strength to have that kind of effect. As for Song Yi, he still had to return to the ice and fire Yin-Yang well. He had grown somewhat accustomed to living there now. At the very least, it was much more comfortable than living at the 7 Treasure Glazed Tile School, and there were no restrictions. When Song Yi left, N.A.N took the initiative to ask. Song Yi, why are you leaving again? Is it not comfortable living in our 7 Treasure Glazed Tile School? Song Yi waved his hand casually, I just have my own matters to attend to. Rest assured, our relationship is not bad now, so of course, I will come to visit you occasionally. Well, alright. The three of them, N.A.N included, had no choice. They had proactively befriended Song Yi precisely to deal with Bibi Dong and Tang San. After all, to possess that kind of terrifying strength required to deal with Tang San and Bibi Dong, unless one was a monster like Song Yi, who else could achieve it in the future? Of course, N.A.N and the others still had to work hard on their own cultivation. In the future, if Tang San were to come looking for them, that would be truly terrifying. Upon arriving at the ice and fire Yin-Yang well, Song Yi decided to try consuming a tiny bit of the whale glue to get accustomed to it. Gradually, through his experimentation and efforts, time ticked forward little by little. Before long, night arrived once again. This was the 10th day, the 10th night, and also the 10th review task. Song-hye pondered that this review would likely feature the last of the major characters from the first part of the series. Other than this, almost all the characters from the first part worth reviewing had already been reviewed. Song-hye could also guess that the rewards following the conclusion of this review would undoubtedly be extravagant. Song-hye waited early on. The other female characters were also waiting in their respective residences as time passed. Finally, the new review topic appeared, and all the connected female characters turned on their light screens. Moreover, as this was the 10th review, naturally, new characters were invited to join. Pope's Palace. Today, BB Dong was wearing a dark green silk nightgown, revealing large patches of her skin. BB Dong elegantly turned on the light screen and lay on her bed, wanting to see who the new character for the review would be. However, the first thing that appeared were the newly joined characters. Congratulations to Zhu Zuyun for joining the review. Congratulations to Goose Feather Snow for joining the review. Congratulations to My Heart Remains for joining the review. Except for Zhu Zuyun, who used her real name, the other two were unknown ids. If Song-hye knew about the existence of this review space, he would have been able to tell immediately. Goose Feather Snow must be Princess Shui Kei, the younger sister of Shui Qing from the original work. Besides her, who else was related to the character, Shui? As for My Heart Remains, it was even simpler. Wasn't it just N.A.N, a supporting character who appeared early on and had no significant role later? It seemed that this review space was the final review for the first part of the series, drawing in all the female characters that had appeared. However, because these three female characters were not very important, most people only discussed them briefly. Du Guyan, as expected, this is the 10th review, and new people really have joined. Du Guyan newcomers, if you don't understand, you can go check out the previous review content, and then you'll know. Bing Bing is polite. Zhu Zuyun, is this your real name? It seems you weren't careful enough when you first joined, exposing your real name. BB Dong, Zhu Zuyun, that sounds like a noble from the Star Luo Empire. I wonder what relationship she has with that Zuching from Shrek. Zhu Zuyun, what exactly is this thing? And who are you all? BB Dong, isn't this the Supreme Pontiff? How could? Zhu Zuyun, and you know my sister Zuching. BB Dong, I said it before, if there's anything you don't understand, go look at the previous review content and you'll know. BB Dong, if I am not the Supreme Pontiff, who am I? Your sister Zuching is also in the review space, but as for who she is, I'm not sure, you'll have to discover that for yourself. Hot girl, I'm more concerned about who the character for this review is. I wonder if it includes me. My Heart Remains, what is a review? I looked at the previous stuff, it seems like it's about scolding someone, right? My Heart Remains, good heavens, these past reviews actually exposed so many things. And what the heck is up with that N.A.N? Why is the word count for his review so high? Soft bone body, just stay quiet once you get the general idea, and wait for the new review protagonist to appear. After N.A.N, Zhu Zuyun, and Princess Shui Kei joined, they followed what the others said and looked at the previous reviews. Their minds were still somewhat normal, so after reading a portion, they roughly understood what it meant. This must be a special connected space that invited them to watch reviews of different characters, and then exposed various future events through the review content. As for the female characters who were already there, they didn't pay much attention to them either. Except for Zuching, who was actually a bit nervous seeing her sister also invited. The rest of them were just waiting for the title to descend. A moment later, the theme for this review began to appear. On the light screen, a few large characters were written above. Please review the couple N.A.N and N.A.N from the first part. As soon as this title appeared, many people became interested. It was actually a review of N.A.N's parents. This is interesting, especially N.A.N's father. Although he was mentioned roughly before, there was no detailed introduction or review. Everyone watched extremely attentively, feeling very expectant. Especially N.A.N, she had recently recovered her body in the blue silver forest not long ago and needed to recuperate for a period of time. Yet she didn't expect that this would directly review her and N.A.N. Chapter 115, both irresponsible. N.A.N and N.A.N are selfish. Blue silver forest. Looking at this theme, the first thing N.A.N thought of was the so-called love story between herself and N.A.N back then. At that time, she truly believed that N.A.N was such a good man. That was why she was seduced, why she acted foolishly, and ultimately chose to be with N.A.N. But who could have foreseen what would happen afterward, resulting in her near-death experience? If not for the fact that the Blue Silver Emperor possesses a near-immortal ability. Otherwise, how would she have any chance of returning now? 2 days ago, Song-hye sent her to the Blue Silver Forest. N.A.N had consumed too much of the Blue Silver Grass's life force, but relying on the support of her subjects, she temporarily restored her human form and cultivation. Now, she was still in the state she was in before she died, which was the cultivation of a 100,000-year spirit beast, combined with the strength of a level 70 spirit master. At least if she disguised herself a little, no one would be able to recognize who she was. It's just that I didn't expect that as soon as I was resurrected, I would have to watch this light screen sharply critique Tang Hao and me. Now that things have come to this, having consumed so many of my subjects to resurrect, I cannot have any more relations with Tang Hao. On the contrary, I must kill that person named Tang-san and reclaim my child's body. Tang Hao, did you really deceive me back then? I also want to see specifically within this light screen what your true face is like. I also want to see how others evaluate you. After saying this, Ai-yin sighed helplessly and stared at the light screen. The other connected female characters were also whispering among themselves. In the light screen. Amidst various discussions, after a slight pause, the sharp critique finally began. After all, the person doing the sharp critique was not a machine, but a living, breathing person named Song Yi, and he had to think about it. Critiquing the Tang Hao couple, in the end, the main critique is still directed at that disgusting thing, Tang Hao. Ai-yin's main problem, like Xiao Wu, is that she is brainless and a fool, but she is not that evil. But Tang Hao's problem cannot be explained simply by stupidity or evil, he is stupid, evil, and disgusting. If we are going to do a sharp critique, let's start chronologically. When talking about the Tang Hao couple, there is no doubt that we must start with Tang Hao's special identity. Tang Hao was born into the Clear Sky sect, possessed the Clear Sky sect's top-tier Clear Sky Hammer spirit, and his own talent for cultivation was also quite exaggerated. Back when Tang Hao was still young, he was designated as the next successor by the previous sect master, who was the father of Tang Hao and Tang Xiao. The Clear Sky sect has a hereditary title, which is the title of Clear Sky Duluo, and in the future, it would belong to Tang Hao. In order to cultivate Tang Hao, the Clear Sky sect not only designated him as the future successor early on, but even handed over the 2 spirit bones inherited by the Clear Sky sect to Tang Hao. According to Tang Hao, these 2 spirit bones were the Clear Sky sect's greatest resources, and were only slightly inferior to a 100,000-year spirit bone. Tang Hao accepted this identity and was willing to become the successor of the Clear Sky sect, so he absorbed the 2 spirit bones. These background introductions are all things to remember, there will be a test later. They are also key factors in critiquing whether Tang Hao is good or bad. So, having inherited the spirit bones and become the successor of the Clear Sky sect, Tang Hao had to go out to gain experience and slowly grow, right? Thus, the 2 brothers, Tang Hao and his older brother Tang Xiao, traveled across the continent, and on this journey, they met the Blue-Silver Emperor Ai-yin, who had transformed into human form. To this day, no one knows the reason why Ai-yin wanted to transform into a human. When Tang-san went to the Blue-Silver Forest for his awakening, the Blue-Silver King introduced Ai-yin to Tang-san, saying that Ai-yin was the noble Blue-Silver Emperor, the representative of life force. Ai-yin could have completely survived the heavenly tribulation. Surviving the heavenly tribulation would have allowed her to become a vicious beast, which is infinitely better than turning into a human and only living for a few hundred years. Moreover, Ai-yin was the mother of the entire Blue-Silver clan. She bore the responsibility for the prosperity of the entire Blue-Silver clan. If one speaks of boredom, although she was the Blue-Silver Emperor, as a 100,000-year spirit beast, it was very simple for her to move and go wherever she wanted. And there were so many subjects accompanying her, providing for her, and serving her. Under such circumstances, with no survival dilemma, no external temptations, and while bearing responsibilities, Ai-yin inexplicably chose to transform. After transforming into a human, she sought out the Tang Hao brothers, and unsurprisingly, just like every previous pair, Ai-yin also fell into a love triangle. Tang Hao and Tang Xiao both fell in love with Ai-yin at the same time, and in the end, Ai-yin chose Tang Hao and stayed with him, and the 2 became a married couple. From here, Tang Hao's first problem began to appear. According to what Tang Hao and the others said, at this time, they already knew that Ai-yin was a 100,000-year spirit beast in human form. In other words, you, Tang Hao, as the successor of the Clear Sky sect, representing the entire Clear Sky sect, knowing that the other party was a spirit beast, stayed with her and even married her. Of course, I have never said that I discriminate against spirit beasts. You can marry a spirit beast. It is just that in this world, as a man, since you chose to marry a spirit beast, you must have anticipated the consequences that would arise in the future. As a spirit master, you clearly knew what a 100,000-year spirit beast would bring. As a husband, you also clearly had to know that you needed to protect your wife well. As a successor of the Clear Sky sect, you should have known even more clearly that you carried the responsibilities of the Clear Sky sect. So, under these circumstances, you were a spirit master, a successor of the Clear Sky sect, enjoying the care and provisions of the Clear Sky sect. Knowing full well that a 100,000-year spirit beast would attract countless disasters, you still wanted to marry Ai-yin. I just want to ask one question, where did you put the Clear Sky sect at that time? If you were just an ordinary disciple of the Clear Sky sect, you could have pursued love without caring about any sect, because you would not have had deep ties to the sect anyway. But you were not, you were the successor of the sect, representing the entire sect. Yet you still selfishly defied the world to be with a spirit beast, and even married and had children. From this point, it can be completely seen that Tang Hao enjoyed the benefits brought by the Clear Sky sect and had the Clear Sky sect spirit bones on him, yet he no longer cared about the life or death of the Clear Sky sect. Such a Tang Hao can only be said to have never hidden his true self from the beginning. He never thought of others, only of his own pleasure. Moreover, this selfishness of Tang Hao will be fully demonstrated in the series of actions that follow. This was just the beginning, but Song Yi was already becoming somewhat immersed in his writing. After all, the points for sharp critique and roasting Tang Hao were not much fewer than those for his son, Tang San. It could almost be said that in the entire Duluo continent, all of Tang Hao's existence and scenes were problematic. Whether it was his background story or his subsequent performance, there was almost nothing about Tang Hao that was worthy of praise. Chapter 116, Pursuit. Setting aside everything else, when it comes to the union of Tang Hao and N.A.N, many people immediately spot the problem. As I said before, one must focus on their backgrounds. One is the leader of the Blue-Silver clan, and the other is the successor of the Clear Sky clan. It's not that you aren't allowed to fall in love, but you cannot ignore your own status. If you two were unimportant characters, you could fall in love and provoke whomever you wanted, and it wouldn't matter, as long as you didn't interfere with others. But as it happens, these two are not ordinary characters. Du Guyan, that is the key to the problem. This Tang Hao and N.A.N truly have absolutely no sense of the big picture, they are completely willful and selfish. Du Guyan, one doesn't care about the life or death of the sect, and the other doesn't care about the future of the clan. Come to think of it, the two of them are quite a match. Bing Bing is polite, that is indeed the logic. Moreover, I feel that Tang Hao's problem is even greater. After all, N.A.N is a spirit beast and might not understand the situation in the human world. Bing Bing is polite, to put it bluntly, it's possible that this N.A.N isn't very bright. Bibi Dong, hey, she's lived for 100,000 years, and she's still, not very bright. Bibi Dong, what, are you still trying to find an excuse about her being innocent and naive for this so-called N.A.N? Bibi Dong, this Tang Hao is naturally a beast as well, actually getting together with a spirit beast. He is simply courting death. Goose Feather Snow, is this the content of the sharp commentary? It feels like it's just insulting people. Goose Feather Snow, I feel like this sharp commentary is just cursing randomly, right? This Tang Hao and N.A.N are just falling in